So you can't imagine the thought of adding anything else to your schedule right now because you're booked. Your time is completely maximized, and if you try to add anything else on, it just won't fit. You are busy all day, and I get that. But today I'm going to talk to you about 3 habits that will actually take time and feel like they're taking away from your busy schedule. However, they're going to buy your future self time back, and they're going to give you more quality work, and so it will help you get more out of the work that you're doing during the day. So I'm going to keep it simple, and these habits are journaling, meditation, and getting enough sleep. There's no secret. It's just these 3 habits that, yes, will take time, but I'm going to go over how they will actually give you more quality of the work you're doing and help you gain more control just during your day and help you have a more clear mind. So the first one is sleep. And think about it like this. Think about a guy who sleeps 8 hours a night and he gets pretty good quality sleep, and he works the rest of the day. He works 16 hours a day. He's working all day. And then think about a guy who sleeps 5 hours a night and he's working 19 hours a day. They're both working all day. Which one do you think will get more done? Like, who over a week span, who's going to get more results out of their work? Well, you'd be thinking that the guy who's sleeping 5 hours a day and working 19 hours a day is going to get more results, right? Because he's simply putting in more units of work, right? But the thing is that this guy who's working 19 hours a day and only sleeping 5 hours, his quality of work is not going to be as good, and his brain is not going to be as high of a level. So the decisions that he's making when he's working are going to be like not as thought out. The decisions that he's going to be making are going to be lower level and like more careless, and also he doesn't have as much of an edge and a sharpness to him because he's tired and his brain isn't recovered because he doesn't have enough sleep. So you might think that you don't have time to sleep because you have to work, but the thing is if you want to get more out of your work, the reason you work is to get a result, right? You work to like get work done. And so if you want to actually like get work done when you're working, then sleep is very important. So hopefully this can kind of paint a picture of like the guy who's technically working less and only working 16 hours a day, as opposed to the guy who's working 19 hours a day, is going to get more quality work. And actually at the end of the week, the guy who only worked 16 hours a day but slept 8 hours a night with quality sleep, his outputs, interestingly, are going to be more, even though his work hours were less. So that's the power of sleep. So there's no excuse that, oh, well, I don't have time to sleep more. I can only get 5 hours of sleep at night, or I literally don't have any more time. But whatever you're doing outside, like whatever you're doing in that time that you think that you don't have time, is not getting you as good of results as if you were to sleep instead. So I just wanted to paint that picture that no task is as high of priority as sleeping. It's insane. Like, you think that, oh, well, I'll just cram a little bit more in the day. I'll just shoot out a couple more emails. I got to get more done in the day. But it's not moving the needle. The only thing that actually would be moving the needle is if you replaced those shooting out the emails and cramming more work done with sleep. The sleep is actually the thing that would be moving the needle, because then when you're rested and recovered, your brain is sharper. So it's like imagine your brain is like working at a certain gear or speed. Your brain, when it's rested and recovered, is working at like 2 times speed. But when your brain is like groggy and tired because it only got 5 hours of sleep per night, your brain is literally working slower. And so your brain processing and the decision making and all that stuff is literally slower. So like if it's rested and recovered, you'll get way more out of the time that you are spending working and doing stuff. So I know you hear how sleep is important and sleep 8 hours a night, but I just wanted to paint this picture and maybe try to give you that example so it can help out. Another thing is meditation. This is another one of those things that you think are going to take time, which it will. Meditation does take a little bit of time. However, the thing about meditation is that when you meditate, you can actually save your future self a bunch of time. So you might be thinking, well, I don't have time to sit down and do nothing. Like, I have to be working. I have to be doing stuff. Like, I literally don't have any time to meditate. But the thing is, if you actually sit down and do nothing, which sounds like it isn't productive. However, if you do this and you sit down and do nothing and meditate, then what will happen is decisions will become more clear, time will sort of slow down, and you'll be able to be more in the present moment. And so you'll have more like control over your like state of being, I guess. I know it sounds a little like woo or whatever, but you'll have more control over your like thoughts. And with this, you will start to become aware of some decisions you've been making or things you've been doing that are actually killing your time. You'll start to become more aware of some distractions that you've been doing that have been killing your time during the day. You may even during this meditation session become aware that you are working at the wrong job, that you don't like what you're doing. And with this awareness, you decide that you want to change careers. And if you didn't come to this awareness and this conclusion, you would have just wasted who knows how long at this job that you didn't want to be working at. So just by 5 minutes of meditation and letting everything stop, then you could save yourself years of time. So just think about that, just because of realizations that you have. And I just wanted to paint that like extreme example, but to make it practical, just spend 5 minutes a day meditating. If you're just starting off, just spend 5 minutes, and all you have to do is like not have any electronics, not have anything around you, and just sit down for 5 minutes and just sit still. Keep your back straight, sit still, and all you have to do is focus on your breathing, and you will focus on the air coming in and the air coming out, and that's all you're focusing on. And you'll find that your thoughts are going to get carried away to somewhere else, but that's okay, because then you're just going to return your focus back to the present moment, which is your breath. So yeah, incorporate meditation into your daily schedule. And yes, it will take 5 minutes, 10 minutes away from your daily schedule. However, you can literally save years of time with the clarity and understanding you gain from meditation. You'll realize that when you consistently do this and meditate, you'll realize that coming into the workday the next day, if you've been doing it consistently, the results you'll actually see of meditation is you'll start to become more aware of your distractions. Like you'll become more aware of when you get the urge to pull out your phone. You'll become more aware of when an email pops up and you feel like you have to click it. You don't. You are more in the driver's seat and you're more in control. And therefore, you're saving so much time from all these distractions that can pull you in to them. So that's how just 5 minutes a day can save you years of time because of all the distractions that happen during our days. And then another thing is journaling. So you can always journal the same routine, 5 to 10 minutes a day. And all you have to do with this is there's different methods of journaling, but to make it very simple, just pick up a pen and put it on paper and say what you're thinking. You know, if you're feeling this way, or you're feeling down today, or you're feeling excited today, whatever it is, just write it down on the paper. Like, oh, I embarrassed myself when I said this to my coworker, or I'm overthinking this decision because I think that people are going to think about me this way, you know. And if you can spend 5 to 10 minutes just writing whatever is in your head and putting it on paper, then what's going to happen is all that, like all those thoughts and stuff that can be influencing your decisions is now almost like purged out on paper. And so you're not carrying these thoughts. It's all on paper now, and you could kind of journal and read it and see it for what it is. It's just ink on a piece of paper. The more you can like take your thoughts, put it on paper, it's just this like process of like clearing your brain. It's almost like an oil change, like how an oil change dumps out your car's oil and it like filters it out and they put like new fresh oil in. That's what you're doing. You're dumping out your thoughts, whether negative or positive, whatever, and you're putting it on a piece of paper. So hopefully these habits can help, and you can actually start to incorporate these into your daily routine. And you'll find that with these habits that you will literally be more clear during the day. You'll be more aware of your distractions, and you'll also find that your quality of work will improve. So the outputs will be way better. So hopefully this helps, and yeah, start to incorporate it. And I just started a new school community. It's for entrepreneurial minded people who want to start to gain more control of their bad habits and distractions, and also gain more control over their schedule. So if you're interested in that, you can check out the link in the description, and I hope to see you in there. Thanks for watching.